Hi, I'm Kumari Sky, the Relaxationist. Welcome to Yin Yoga and myofascial release techniques. You will need a ball for this session, a tennis ball, a dedicated myofascial release ball like this one by the RAD company. Or I've even used other balls like dog fetching balls, although I don't have a dog. So there's that. Whatever you have will work. Also, in case you're not familiar, you do need some props. I have a couple blocks here. If you have one block, that's great too. I have a bolster. I have a folded blanket underneath me. That's really handy to have. But of course, just improv with things around your house. In the event that this is your first time doing something like this, I will definitely give you some pointers and different ways that you could do it. So myofascial release is basically we're working with the fascia that's around the muscle, but also around every muscle spindle. And then the fascia is also into the cells. Fascia is just below your skin. Fascia is what can help suspend your organs. It's called visceral fascia, I believe. And this fascia can tend to get really tight. And when the fascia is tight, it can create tension, it can create pain. And this is a really, really great tool to help release that. It's also a really great recovery practice. So maybe you went on a really huge hike today. This is great, etc. This is really relaxing also because this targets your nervous system. Your fascia and your nervous system are intricately connected. You never really need to go at full intensity. So let's say there's a 10-point scale. Try to keep it between like a 4 and an 8. So not too much, not too little, just like with Yin Yoga. More isn't better. Your fascia is really sensitive. And remember how I said your nervous system is intricately connected. So we want to be able to breathe and retain a peaceful rate of breathing and a peaceful mind while we do this. Oh, Christina, well, this is really good. I'm glad you're here tonight. Hi, Priscilla. Sorry if that was really loud. Roll up a pair of heavy socks. Yes, nice one, Kathy. I've never tried that. I've made like a double one out of 2 balls, but I've never tried the heavy socks. Yeah, go get some socks. Or maybe if you don't have a very hard ball, anyways, you'll have to let me know. And we're never going to be like rolling on it. So even if you had to like tie off the socks on one side, think we just want pressure. Okay, I feel like I've talked enough now. So let's begin. We are going to do a meditation and some breathing to really prime us for being able to drop in and feel and sense our bodies. Whatever position is most comfortable for you. I enjoy sitting a little elevated. And then as you become more and more settled, close down your eyes. I'm just pausing here. Let the body move into this shape. Good. Now deepen the breath. Relaxing your hips, your legs, even softening in the shoulders, the jaw. Maintaining this upright position as best as you're able to without creating more tension. You can always sit in a chair for this part if that's better for you. We're going to practice Samavriti pranayama. This is equal breathing. So the name really says it all. It's equalizing, balancing. It's 4 counts in, hold for 4 counts, exhale for 4 counts, hold out for 4 counts. It is better to not retain your breath or hold your breath if you're pregnant, if you have any heart issues, and if you have uncontrolled high blood pressure. Maybe just breathe in for 4 and out for 4. And that goes for anybody else that just isn't comfortable with that. In for 4, out for 4 as we do ours. So we're going to take 3 rounds of that and we're going to rest in between each round. All right, together, a big breath in and out. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe naturally. We'll take round 2 now. Get ready. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. And feeling the effects of this breath. We're going to take one more round and then pause again after. Begin. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Sensing the energy and aliveness of your body. One more breath in together. Big inhale. And sigh it out. Starting to move your head and neck. Maybe take some rolls. Feeling free to hold in any areas that feel extra tight. Coming back to neutral. Opening your eyes as you're ready. All right, let's begin. Take a moment to just stretch around your body a little bit. I know my legs appreciate a little movement after sitting like that for a few minutes. Okay, the first area we're going to do is upper trap. You'll maybe want a block for this. So it's right here on the right side of my spine. So not the shoulder blade, but not the spine. Right in that muscly area. So you'll lay down with it and slide that under. Just see how that feels. Try moving your arm around a little bit. And just find a spot that you can breathe and just be. If you want to accentuate or take the sensation a little deeper, elevate your hips on either a block or whatever you have. I really like to take this over here. We're just going to take a few hard breaths in. So we'll just focus all down. And if you'd like to add a little movement, working really slowly and mindfully. If you find a spot that feels really good, stop and just take a few breaths. So this isn't an exact science kind of thing. Like, there's no exact spot. It's just like a general area. Couple more breaths here. Maybe find another little spot. Give yourself a moment here to integrate. And you can check out the other side. It's always nice to just be on it for the first few breaths, just letting your body get used to it. Like offering this as an invitation to your body. I think sometimes we take for granted that it's nice to just start slow. I'm going to really try to keep my eye on the chat. If you have a question or anything, feel free to put that in there. And just like before, if you want to bring a little movement to it, deep breaths as often as you remember. So, both the breath, the prana, and the fascia are vehicles for moving energy. So, yes, physiologically, physically, our muscles and fascia do get tight, but also energy has a lot to do with the body's state, as I'm sure many of you are aware of. All right, let's take that one away. Go ahead and take away anything under your hips, and we'll pause here just a moment. Let your awareness rest on both those areas where you just had the ball. Okay, so we're going to do glutes. So think bullseye. Be like this, leg can go out. What I really like to do is butterfly my leg here. Yeah, so we should never really be going anywhere where it's owie. You can get up there to an 8 or almost a 9, but once you get to a 9 or a 10, notice if your breath changes. Notice if your mind gets active. Usually that's what happens. And then we're not just allowing and letting it happen. And so we're not getting the benefits. Definitely can move a little here. Something I like, I don't know if you can see, but like these little tiny pelvic tilts. Arching my back and then putting my back flat on the floor. There's nothing wrong with just being still either. We're going to do 2 spots. So go ahead and find another spot. You might like try your glute med, like way up high here. Look to lean into it a little bit more. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just be curious. Just like if you attend my yin classes regularly, I say that a lot. This is all a process of really befriending our bodies, listening to the body. Good. And come on out with that one. Now we're going to do the other side. So bullseye on that side. See how you want to feel it on this one. Let's just take some deep breaths here. Find a second spot. So if you're sore tomorrow, you probably went a little too deep. No biggie. keeping it smooth and easy and relaxed. So good. We're going to take this out and again, just pause. Legs can be however. Always the opportunity to really notice what you feel. Sometimes people report a feeling of spaciousness or openness, maybe a little warmth. Then we do some yin poses that also target those areas to really accentuate the energy we've created in these areas. And of course, our bodies know exactly what to do with this pressure and stretchy sensations. That's the beauty of it. So we're going to do thread the needle child's pose or something like it. You could also do puppy. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going to take the arm and thread it through. So we're meant to feel a big stretch in the shoulder and shoulder blade of the arm you're threading through. The legs can be, however, the head could be forehead down or turned. Another thing, if it feels like kind of tweaky on your neck, I like doing it like this, where I put my arm on something and then I just let my head come down. So you stay there and we'll stay for about 2 more minutes. Take some breaths where maybe you could get a sense of your right shoulder blade area expanding. Or actually, I didn't really say which arm to do. So, whatever arm you're threading through, that shoulder. So, yin yoga could also be considered a form of myofascial release, these long static holds or stretches to the tissues. Change the tissues for the better. Both practices really offer us a way to not only release tension, but create more hydration between the tissues. And when your tissues glide, that is when we feel the most buoyant or springy. We feel like we can use our bodies like we did when we were little kids. And at the same time, we're regulating our nervous systems. And that's another reason we don't want to go too hard. Just a little more time here on this side. Go ahead and help yourself back to like all four. You can stretch out that arm, maybe do some movement. And then as you're ready, sliding through the other arm, adjusting yourself so you do feel that pull. I was doing this in a class last night, and actually someone decided to just lay on the belly because their knees weren't liking child's pose. So you could do that at this point if that might feel better for you. The intention with this pose is to find an opening in the shoulders, shoulder blades, traps. So breathe into that space of sensation now. Got a little bit longer here. You might notice other areas that you're feeling sensation, softening. Very good. Let's go ahead and come back up. Again, if you want to do something with your arm, stretch out your legs. This is always a nice place for a downward dog. Even a standing forward bend would work here. Springing your legs in different positions. Next up, we're going to work with the myo ball again, and we're going to work at the IT area and the hip and armpit area. So if you have a block or a firm like blanket you could fold or something, we will need that. But we're going to start here. We'll do maybe 2 spots. So start a little closer to the knee. And then this one, you can lay down on it. You can use your top leg to add a little more weight. And just breathe. Just breathe. Now that we've been here a little bit, you could rock away and onto. Another thing is you can open and close that knee. See, when we pin the tissues and then the ones below it, underneath, around, can move. It's definitely a little spicy. Okay, let's go up a little farther. Take a moment, let your body get used to it. Really watch your breath. These areas are sensitive, huh? Again, if you wanted to do any movement with it, I've seen over the years, people have told me so many amazing stories about this work and how they recovered from an injury or they're pain free now. They just feel younger in their bodies. Now the ball's going to go. So feel where the top of your pelvis is, right? So your hip bone, go to the top of it, and that's where the ball is going to lie. So in between the lower rib cage and the hip, that's where you're going to go. So if you've never put pressure here, it's different, huh? Breathe your breath into this spot. And again, there's the lean away, lean towards. Now, the next one is where you will like a block. It is up here. So it's not in the armpit, it's down. Okay. Then, well, hello, kitty cat. You're just going to awkwardly lay on that spot. And this is definitely a spicy one. We won't stay long, like 30 seconds. And thank you for joining us, Milo. He was kind of creeping on me, looking at me from the couch over there. I like it when he comes to the class. 3 more dedicated breaths in this spot. Push yourself up. I like to do a stretch right after that. But then we're going to go into a bigger stretch doing that by doing the banana pose over a bolster. If you have a bolster, use that. If you don't, stack up some pillows or some blankets. We want to arch the body around the thing. And then you want to be stretching the side we just did. I also really like a blanket under the head. And then I like to reach for a block. So it looks like this, friend. You can put your hand on the block. Do whatever you want with your legs. Whatever creates a big stretch. And remember, you want to, again, just to remind you, you want to do the side we just did the balls on. In case you didn't hear me the first time, because that's important. Milo thinks it's important that he headbutts me and I pet him right now. Yes, sir. in some bodies, this arm overhead can feel pinchy. So if that's you, totally fine. What I usually do, because mine gets pinchy sometimes, I'll just rest my hand on my rib cage. And you can do things with your legs. Some people lean back a little bit more to feel the opening here. So many ways to do it all. Feeling a couple more breaths here, and then we're going to come out. Hello. Oh my God. So cute. All right. When you're ready, go ahead and push yourself up. Take your time. Milo's doing his yoga too. Now, before we go to the other side, we have to do the other side, right? If you're feeling like you need a little movement right now, please take care of yourself. Do that. Well, really, I wouldn't mind if you did it in my class either, but it's the beauty of like being at your own house. You can do what you need to do. All right. So, other side, close to the knee, but on the side of the leg. Again, if you want to remember the movement, if you're just taking these sensations in. Okay. Moving the ball up. Of course, it doesn't have to be exactly in the same place as mine. Ooh, that is sensational. Letting go those pent up tissues. All right, rolling off of that. Then we're going to do the hip one. And in that spot, usually for this one, I have to have it really hugged right up to the bone to feel anything. There's lots of dense connective tissues like fascia in this area. And a lot of times being tight in this area of the hips, can be what really leads to lower back pain. Good. And now this one. Remember, it's not up in your armpit. It's actually towards the back, like where your arm creases in the back. Oh, I can't remember the muscle back here, but it's a good one to get. No matter its name. We have about 30 seconds with this one. Big breaths. Awesome. Let's come on out. Yes, this is my kitty Milo. I love it when he joins. Maybe that stretch. Bringing back your setup to go over. Get the timer going. You really want your natural waistline to be curving around the bolster. Or have your hip on the bolster or set up to feel more sensation. And then right away, just noticing where you feel sensation. And is there anything you can do to enhance this situation, the sensation. And then notice, are you relaxed? Are you in such a way that you could just relax and lay here? And if not, what do you have to do to make that happen? Feeling that big stretch side of the body. Of course, the muscle love this, but really the length of time is when we start to really target the connective tissues. These tissues do not stretch, but they can subtly expand. And all the tissues in your body need stimulation, need stress to remain healthy, and all different kinds. So just keep allowing yourself to soften and to subtly expand. Don't be afraid to change your position to feel a new sensation or intensify or lessen a sensation. And the more and more you practice, the more you're able to really fine tune. Like, are you completely relaxing? Because those subtle holdings can really sneak up on you. You don't realize you're holding. One area is trying to protect the other one. So check that all out as you lay here and breathe. And start to welcome a few deeper breaths. Pressing yourself upright. Whoa, time flies when you're having fun. Go ahead and move around in any way you like. We're going to take a twist and then move into Shavasana. This is going to be a pretty short twist. mostly as a counter pose. You might even enjoy pulling down on your legs if that happens in your body easily. You can also wrap your legs. Turning your head the opposite direction of the legs. Breathe. So nice. Let's come to the center. Twisting in the other direction. Not fun when he decides he wants to nibble on me. Excuse me. I'm glad I got that on video. He just kind of like charged at me, but then flopped over. Oh my goodness. All right, come back to center. Let's do a happy baby here. Pushing your hips down towards the floor. Obviously, if you can't grab your feet, no big deal. Just pull down the backs of your legs. Still get that yummy stretch. Well, I wish I had a little longer time, but that's it for tonight. We'll have to do this again next month. Get ready for Shavasana now. I will guide you through that. Get yourself as set up and comfortable as you like for Shavasana. I'm going to give you a little sound bath during that. When I teach, Shavasana can be any way that you like. Could be something under the knees. You could lay on your side. And if laying flat on your back is what feels comfortable, then absolutely do that. Start by taking a deep breath in and sigh it out. One more just like that. Enjoy these few minutes of rest and integration. Welcoming back the awareness of your breath. Feeling that cool inhale. Deepening the breath. Filling your body with breath. 2 sips of breath in now. Moving around your fingers and your toes, taking your time to return from your Shavasana position. You might like to stretch your body a little. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a few little rocks. And taking your own time, if you would like to close the session together with me, taking your time to rise upright. Noticing how you're feeling. Taking one hand to the chest, one to the belly. One more intentional moment of connection. Breathe in deeply, feeling your body. Let's breathe in, bring the arms up overhead, and then hands in front of heart. May we all walk together in peace and joy and love and light. And keep taking care of ourselves and each other. Namaste.